I am going to give you my tips on how to stay motivated, but I also am going to let you in on a little secret, and I'll say it right now. You cannot rely solely on motivation to get results. 5 tips that I have to help with motivation is number 1, you need to set goals. You need to sit down, you need to come up with realistic, specific, and measurable goals. This will help keep you accountable. Number 2, you need to track the progress. Seeing improvements that you're making can be a huge motivator in and of itself. Seeing a picture that you have taken and then all of a sudden you see what you look like now and you feel so much more comfortable in your skin, just being able to see that can help you know that you are on the right track and to keep going. Seeing a goal that you wrote down on a piece of paper in a journal 2 months ago and looking back on it and noticing that you have actually achieved that goal can give you a boost of confidence that you need. Number 3, you need to be setting routines or habits into place. You need to have a game plan. You can't go into this blind. You need to know what you are changing to get to that goal. For example, if you want to work out more, you need to create the time in your schedule. Does that mean you are setting your alarm an hour earlier than usual to get to the gym before work? Does that mean that you are going to eat and go to bed a little bit later so you can set that hour at the end of the day to pour into yourself and make sure that you are doing the habits that are going to get you to those goals? Number 4, inspiration from others. This is huge nowadays with social media. Follow people that lift you up. Make sure that you're not consuming content that is counteractive to your goals. For example, if I am trying to get into better shape, I would tend to follow more of fitness influencers. Seeing their progress is very motivating. Being able to see success stories, and not only that, the tips on how they got there. Tips can give you great ideas of how to reach specific goals that you have, and you can try to implement them into your own habits and routines. Number 5, don't be so hard on yourself. You need to be able to celebrate the milestones that you reach. Okay, maybe you haven't reached your weight goal, but you tried on a pair of jeans and they fit so much better than they used to. That is something to be proud of. Progress is not always going to be linear, and the second that we realize that and understand that, the sooner we will be able to reach our goals. If you mess up one day or you'd have a really, really bad day, the next day you need to get back on that routine, those habits. You need to get back on your consistency. Those are some simple ways to help with motivation, although motivation will not always be there for you. Motivation really relies on how you feel in a specific moment, whereas discipline, on the other hand, is something that relies on what needs to get done no matter what your emotion is that day. And consistency is the act of sticking to something, sticking to your plan, even when motivation is not there. Consistent efforts over time will lead to results. Progress is not going to be immediate, whether that's with fitness, learning a new skill, or building your dream job. Reaching each goal is going to take time. Results take time. Yes, we live in a society where we want everything now. I can be like that. I want my results right now. I don't want to wait a couple months to see my results. Unfortunately, that is what life is. You need to consistently do the work to get the results. Most discouraging thing about motivation is when you need motivation the most on your really bad days where you just don't want to get out of bed or you don't feel like going to the gym and you need that motivation, it's not there. It's never going to be there for you when you need it the most. Discipline is what gives you the strength when you have those hard days. You know that this is what you need to do and this is what you are going to do. This graph over here, I think, is amazing. It shows you that motivation has its ups and downs. It's not always going to be linear. It's not always going to be even. And then you can go to discipline. And as you can see, that line is pretty even. You know every single day that's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna continue to do it every single day. That is what is going to lead to results. Motivation is a tool, but that will not solely lead to the results that you want. Think of it like a car. Motivation is the fuel to the car. It gets you going. But then discipline is like the engine of the car that keeps you going. And then lastly, consistency is what is going to keep you on track. I hope that kind of made sense. If not, I'm basically trying to say discipline and consistency is what is going to reach your goals. Motivation is just a nice tool to help you with that. I did get a question on my last video, the 5 tips on leveling up for summer, of how to stay motivated for women who are on their cycle and it is that time of the month. I have a few things that I always think of. For me, that time of the month, I am a little bit more, it's a mental game for me. It's less physical for me. I like to think that this time will pass. We will come out in a week a different person. And I like to give myself a little bit of grace during this time. It is a lot of hormonal things going on that you cannot control. With that being said, I still stick to my schedule. Yes, maybe I might switch it up a little bit, but I am going to get a workout in, whether that be walking on the treadmill, yoga, Pilates, a video on YouTube. I like to do those a lot, but mainly walking for me. It's so beneficial. I use my walking pad right over here. I go outside when it's not cold out and I like to walk outside. Eating well, yeah, maybe we do 80-20. We try to prioritize protein during these times. When you fuel your body and exercise it is going to do more good than it is harm. So I do not stray from that. My routines pretty much stay the same, although I do alter it to fit what I'm feeling that day. Just giving myself a little bit of grace, knowing that it's not something that you can control. It is mental and you are having a bunch of internal things going on that can make you a little bit of a different person. During this time, I also like to prioritize my self-care. My routines for self-care is huge. I become very critical during this time, extremely critical of myself, and motivation definitely dips. I feel like I look ugly. I look way bigger. I'm a failure when it comes to YouTube. Like, why am I even doing this? Those are the thoughts that go through my head, and I just have to realize that this will pass. This is just a different part of me talking, and it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. Next week, I'm going to be fine and feel great, be motivated again. This is where discipline and consistency comes in, because motivation is not going to be there for you all the time. I feel like I have so much to say about this topic. I could go on and on, but I really tried to focus on my main points. And I hope that got portrayed to you guys a little bit more. Just knowing that it is going to take some time, and you just need to be consistent, disciplined during that time. And you need to be happy with the milestones that you do reach. Don't always be so discouraged. Really giving it your full effort. That is all that you can really ask for. Come summer, I'm sure you will feel so much better than what you would have felt if you didn't do anything before summer. I want to stress that this is not just about physical appearance. Yes, I am using fitness as a lot of my examples, because for me, that is something that I am really working on. I'm working on my fitness and eating healthy. But I just want to say that doing all the right things for yourself and for your body is going to do a lot more for your mental health than just your physical self. So just understand that as well. They go hand in hand. I work out just as much for my mental health than my physical health. I eat healthy and I try to eat high protein and whole foods for my mental self and for my physical self. I do my routines, my morning and night routines, not only for physical appearance, I do it for mental, knowing that I am taking care of myself. It's all you can ask for. All right, guys, I want to end the video off here. I hope that I got my point across. This conversation, I feel like we could talk about forever, but it's very important to kind of understand this while you are trying to curate and reach your goals for the summertime. So I figured I'd just hop on here and do a quick video on this. But I hope you guys have a great week or weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.